Would you call this psychic experience?
So this time we're building wood mini smokers. The idea came out just a few months ago of trying to build something that doesn't consume too much fuel. So started here, like I said, I had to do a compilation or a gathering of parts in order to make three of them. Luckily, I've been able to cut my logo now, prepping a lot of stuff. Parts have been cut, sandblasted to remove the scale. I'm kind of just building them as I go, but I'm doing three at the same time. Again, a lot of the stuff that I'm using, especially sheet metal, it's been very fortunate to have a, CNC plasma cutter. Most of my parts are cut there, and it definitely has made my life 1,000 times easier than having to deal with all these cuts manually. Again, the goal of all these projects are to use all my tools and to create things that are very high in quality and thickness and strength. Again, you see I have all these parts that I'm gonna use. Again, I'm not trying to show too much of the cleaning, just the result of what I'm cutting, prepping, and putting on onto these three mini super smokers that I'm building. And to be honest, it's really a challenge. It's something new, but at the same time, I am getting a lot of information from the pros on YouTube and reading a few articles as watching thousands, hundreds of videos, maybe thousands of videos. Um, I do have a lot of pieces, like all this is stainless, might be a knob. Um, Again, some leftover from old jobs. Again, the chain two thick side chains. Trying to see what I'm gonna use it for. Trying to make something. So going back now to here, like I said, I already have the pipe prep. It's about 11 inches, only for a single stake. I already made up my mind on the size of the firebox. That's something that I've been going back and forth. Again, it's gonna have to assimilate the size of the cylinder, and again, I will add insulated features to this. But just to show everything, pretty much most of the welds on this project are thick. And again, I'm reinforcing everything, probably doing double welds inside and out. Again, overkill, but the idea is to create something that's not out there or very difficult for somebody to recreate, especially when it's all coming in together. So again, like I said, take pass inside, make pass on the outside, and I just want to show a little bit of what I'm doing. And again, for me, I was a TIG welder for a long time. It's really easier to TIG weld everything, but some parts that requires more weld, obviously, it's nice to throw a stick or some MIG on it. Again, moving on onto, I got a mess there. Sorry, apologize for that's my crappy belt tender. Like I said, I decided to put one of the legs a three-piece chain, and I'm gonna add some spikes like I have done in other projects. I'm kind of just trying to give it a my personal theme, kind of gonna look like that welded. So I gotta cut this, prep that, prep the chain, weld it, and pretty much sharpen it. Again, I won't show much of that. It's just I'll show in the last finished product that I'm doing, but just a little, flatten it out a little bit, shining it up, removing the burrs, the edges, flatten it out, like I said, a little bit on the belt sander. Um, like I said, it's crappy, but it works. It works for now, so never mind. I won't insult you again, belt sander. Sorry, you've been coming through all this time. And again, I still gotta cut it and weld it on. A lot of this stuff, like I said, you guys know about metal, right? Scale, all those coatings don't weld good. They mix bad. and they create porosity and a bunch of problems. So it's really nice to have a nice, fully working um, sandblaster because really it really makes my life easier, especially everything that has to be painted or welded. I'm able to remove, the coating scale of sheet metal and items that I'm gonna weld. But this is just the item. I refurbished this at the beginning of the year. Like I said, it was given to me for free, and it actually took me a lot of work to refurbish it, seal it, and then make those upgrades into the box. But so far so good. I have no complaints. I'm actually blasting my knives. I'm blasting on the sheet metal. I'm actually doing little work for people. I have been asked to sandblast some parts for a few people that a few of my clients. And like I said, I make a little money here and there just to keep paying for the consumables. But you guys can see it actually works like a charm. It cleans everything that I want. I actually, it took me a while to adjust it. I'm not gonna lie. It actually, I had to experiment with a few sands. Some of them were kind of heavy. Some of them were too light. But I found the sweet spot already. The balance of that, as well as what I need to do to perch the line, because every once in a while I kind of get stuck. It's not blasting sand. So there's a few tricks I gotta do to keep it flowing correctly. So, like I said, at this point, I'm very happy that I have a fully functional sandblaster that um, it's been able to do everything that I wanted or requested of. So, like I said, everything you see, like I said, it's three piece. I'm making everything three times. So I'm trying to build them at the same time. A lot of these parts too. I forgot to tell you guys. This is gonna be a long video. A lot of the things here that I'm doing too, I'm challenging myself to create items fastly and with a high quality in my shop in order to become a little what do you call profitable. And again, just a little look of my afternoons here at work. Well, not at work. I mean, in my house at work. Again, it's very difficult, guys. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I am doing it to make a little money on the side in order to keep helping me with my bills. And at the same time, I'm trying to stay in shape in my fabrication skills, pretty much into everything: sandblasting, welding, 3 processes: stick, MIG, and TIG, plasma cutting, um, as well as pretty much a lot of hand plasma cutting as well as CNC plasma cutting. Um, like I said, a lot of you guys haven't seen me make a lot of other projects, but trust me, I've been working on the fabrication techniques and things like that. It's hard to show because I'm learning and just gathering a bunch of information, and it just takes time, you know. Having a life too, a wife, and recently had a daughter. We were blessed with a beautiful daughter, me and my wife. It's been challenging, but like I said, I still got time for everything. I just been prioritizing some things that are getting in front of others. But like I said, I'm trying to conquer the world here. Remember, I have a wood shop. Well, I mean, I have a blacksmith shop and a machine shop, and I'm trying to make or already creating the wood shop, which is having its own pull on the item. And again here, again practicing my um, plasma cutter by hand. This is very thick steel. I think it's 3/8. Like I said, it's an overkill smoker. It's pretty much for someone to show off, but at the same time, it's something to cook with very little fuel. And the idea is mostly for like 1 or 2 person. Doing that, I mean, I'll give you an example. For example, me and my wife, we cook here most of the time, and the amount of meat or items, it's very small. and that's why it's ideal for us to, cook smaller amounts. I already have built a smaller grill, some little small grill, not that small, but small grill. And honestly, when we cook, when we do, any type of meat, we ended up spending about $1 to $1.50 in mesquite. Very, very few. I mean, fuel economy, very fuel saver, and I'm able to cook enough. Sometimes up to sometimes I spend about $2 on mesquite, but up to 4 people. So kind of the idea is coming from it, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of criticism on the size and everything, but again, these are practice projects that are not simple, and they're still gonna be useful. They're still gonna be. Um, oh, there's my wife. She was asking me if I'm done or not. And I said, yeah, 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 yeah. 5 minutes. Probably gonna take another hour. But like I said, the idea that our practice projects that are actually worth a good amount of money, they're useful, they're cool, they're thick, they're resistant. Or here I'm opening my garage door. Just keep the vent on. I do wear a little dust mask. It helps me. Um, and But yeah, like I said, that's the whole idea of the small. Um, Again, this way also people can see what I can do, and they can say, you know what, that smoker looks pretty good. Can you make me a larger version? Which I am going to, not too large. I came across some cylinders, some tanks. I already actually have them started. I'm gonna start another video with that. Um, and again, this is just like I said, my daily life in the afternoons. Spend whatever time I got. Um, if I'm not changing diapers or, giving bottles, I'm right here over here working, fabricating. Like I said, it's very fun and difficult at the same time, but just like everything else, like I said, no complaints at this time. I'm actually very, very happy with the progress um, that that I've been coming along with, and all the items. I mean, everything's working like a charm. Sandblaster is working 100% perfect. CNC plasma is working 100%. The computer have not had problems with the program of anything. If anything, it actually have mastered it, being able to cut a lot of stuff that um, we didn't think it was possible. And like I keep saying, it's been great. Like I said, all three welder machines are working awesome. I have gases for everything. The stick, the Lincoln stick welder AC 225S that I rebuilt is working like charm. New cables, new stinger, new clamp. Like I said, just great stuff. Very. So here we go. Like I said, here after the plasma cut and the clean, here's the leftover piece. The cut was kind of wide. I'm gonna have to either, actually, because this is kind of thick, I'm gonna have to put some spacers in order to seal it more. But like I said, a little cleanup firebox. You can see the wall there inside that I was showing earlier. Still gonna have insulation, like another wall with fiberglass wool. But it's taking our shape. And here we go, little fast track. I already put the exhaust pipe on the left. Again, we're put the. Then eventually, I'm gonna make the grill. It already has a heat shield. Kind of deciding what I'm gonna go with the top spikes. Here's the frame that I'm building. Again, just one by one, but again, very solid, straight. Here are gonna be the legs that I already cut, welded, and I'm refinishing. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It has a theme about Super Pedro based on my, gothic weapon type of look at type of thing. It's complicated. Um, but yeah, you see the heat shield that the pros recommend. That way heat will transfer over and under. Again, the exhaust. And I'm going to make a stainless steel grill. Just kind of shape it to it. And the base, again, separation. Inside is going to be insulated and covered. And again, I'm going to do the walls also. So I'm trying to just make this the most professional process. There you go. Insulation in. Cut some little nice 1-inch pieces. And it's going to get sealed with weld and a cap and a piece of sheet metal. And then put the wheels on. There you go. And I'm gonna weld all around. Make sure everything's sealed. That way I have no water leakage into it. And it can, whoever gets to own this will have it for a long time. And that's it, my friends. I'll give you another update. There's another piece kind of started, almost finished. There's another one and almost there. And thanks for watching.